Alright, so welcome back to Driveway, and for the last week or so I've been working hard on the trailer, but that will be for the next video. I've got something for the Crossfire that showed up here that I just kind of have to show off a little bit before we get rolling on other things. Well, of course we'll be back on the Crossfire here before too long, but let's just go take a peek at what we got. Alright, so out here in our makeshift little area on the other side of the garage, I've got staged a whole bunch of fun stuff. So, start off, I got some wheels. So we got some 19 by 10 and 18 by 8 or 8.5, somewhere around there. This is a 25 and this is a 35, I believe. So that should actually work pretty well on the Crossfire. And tires, we got these bad boys back here. 285 35 R19. This is the Ventus V12. I've had those on my Tiburon before and really like those. So we got those for the rear. And then we got some, what, 255 I think? 245. So some 245, 35 R18s for the front. And then what I'm sitting on here, I've got an additional 2 cheap wheels from J&C. Those will run the drag slicks when they come in. So we've got this kind of all nicely figured out. So we can try these things on. Now, one thing that's really interesting is Rotiform makes these wheels kind of a universal. So you can tell they're multi-drilled. So there's both the 5x112, and I believe this one has 5x120. So that's kind of an interesting point. And with these universal ones, they come with plastic centric rings because these are drilled at 72 millimeter, I think, and the Crossfire is at 66. But something I found surprising with these 19 bigger guys here is I was looking at them and these particular ones don't actually have the multi. So strangely enough, these were actually drilled out relatively recently, because these, the inside are coated with the powder coat, but on these here, they're just natural. So that is kind of interesting on that aspect. I suppose if we're going to try out one, probably need these not on there. So yeah, let's just go jack up the car real quick and test fit a couple of these things on here and see how bad way off we are. Alright, now on the front, our biggest issue is going to be making sure the brakes fit in here. So we've got kind of our brakes set up in here, and we've got just enough room, so we should be fine there. It doesn't smash up in front, so we'll be just about right there. 18 is as small as you can go with these big brakes. Anything smaller and you'd be dragging the inside of the barrel. So, I guess let's just grab the jack and get a good idea what this is going to look like on this thing. Alright, well that's the first feel of them. They are just a tiny bit flush, so that's probably good. Our tire might come out just a little extra here, so it'll either look pretty mean or you might have to do a little fender flaring, but that sure is starting to look the part there. Nice. Alright, and just for reference purposes, putting this thing in here on its own, you can see that the wheel itself is sitting on the brake caliper, and down here we've got maybe 2 centimeters where it's held up off the wheel face. So that's the big difference between the wheels. As you can tell here, it's much more deep set, almost like these wheels with a big ass spacer. So yeah. Oh yeah. That's looking pretty sharp on there. We've got just a tiny bit. So we'll be sitting pretty good. We've got nice clearance around everything. So we should be good to go. Tires shouldn't really stick out anything past the lip there. So that will be awesome. I think we are good to go here. Let's go try that JNC one on and make sure that fits. Then we can be done. Now these JNCs aren't a bad look either. They look pretty sharp if you're into that silver. I kind of like the dark anthracite of those other ones, but we're looking good here. This will be nice. Now I'm still waiting on the slicks for these, but once the beginning of the month rolls around, I'm going to have those tires mounted on those wheels. Then we can see what it looks like with the weight down on her. But that will have to be for another day. So, anyways, thanks for stopping by and watching, and we will see you later.